96 degrees in the shade. Real hot in the shade. 96 degrees.
All right, here we go. Welcome back. I know it's been a while, but I'm back now, better than ever. So let's get right to business. Today we are going to make curried coconut codfish. I used to make this dish with tilapia, but I've been hearing a lot of nasty stuff about tilapia lately. You know, how it's farm raised and all this gross stuff. So I got some wild caught North Atlantic cod here. Pretty nice looking fillet. So we're going to start off prepping this, and this is just a real quick prep. Julie, can you grab me one of those limes over there and bring it to me? Alright, so take the cod. My lovely assistant Julia, busy doing her homework. I'm just going to kind of throw a little cilantro on it, not too crazy. And I go in my cabinet here. Gonna grab some pink sea salt. Just kind of liberally douse it in this. Just give me one, sweetie. So it's a liberal pink sea salt. I love this stuff for everything. I turn my oven on my range on high.
Where do I put it?
I'll take it right here.
Okay.
Thanks, Jules. So I take my lime, squeeze it all over. Here we go. Delicious. Put that over here. Another side, a little lime juice. All right, good. Excellent. I'm gonna get my pan nice and hot. Grab out some safflower oil. I usually like to use olive oil for everything, but I need a real high heat for this particular. Olive oil kind of has a lower smoke threshold. So, kind of jump that around right there. Oh, pan looks like it's smoking. All right, I'm gonna put this in here. Yep, I'll check your cursive, sweetie, of course. So get that oil in there, nice and hot. Use a liberal amount because I'm going to make big portions like I always do. So I probably use about, I'd say, a quarter cup. So as you can see, you know, you get a nice piece of fish. So in this bowl here, I went ahead and did this ahead of time prep. I have sweet potatoes, onions, zucchini, garlic, and red peppers. And what I did with that, I just tossed this in curry powder and I'm going to let it sit for about a half an hour. Okay? You like that? All right, back off, sweetie. It's gonna be a little, gonna be hot once I throw some pan, like splash a little bit. So I'm gonna take my whole fish fillet, just gonna dump it right there in the pan. Let it fry up there for a minute. If you're using those nails, I told you not to do it to your uncle's home. All right, don't worry about it then. Nope, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Leave them on the counter, actually. No, leave them on the counter. Not till your mom comes home. All right. As you can see, you know, you never stop being a dad. So, even when I'm making these videos. All right. So I'm gonna let that brown. A good old wooden spoon. And this only takes just a few minutes. I'm gonna do one side. Oh, get this to flip over. Oh, didn't really brown, but whatever. I just really want it lightly cooked because I just want a little bit of that flavor to come out when I'm cooking the vegetables. And what I'm going to do is let it sit for the rest of the time, and then I'm going to stew it with the rest. So one side's cooked. Let the other side cook up. Get a plate out of the cabinet here. So this part's quick. All right, let me make sure I got my paper towels. Keep it clean. Don't need the wife to come home and start yelling at me. All right. Yeah, no, this actually, speaking of wife, this is one of her favorite dishes. She likes it because there's no meat in it. I mean, she's one of those pseudo, what do they call, pescatarians. So. All right. Move that around just a little bit. Oh. Yeah, see what I want to do? I don't want it to stop breaking apart. So once it looks like it's starting to break apart, that's when you can start taking it out. Whoop. And I use this instead of the tilapia because it's a nice flaky fish, like tilapia. So I figured it'll be good. It's the first time using this. All right, so once you get that in there, add a little more oil to the mix. And then what I'm going to do is just dump my veggies in. All right, now, so the veggies take a little while. What you want to do is you want to cook them till they start getting soft. Once they get soft, we can start adding our other ingredients, okay? But, you know, this will take a little bit, so we'll be back soon when they're ready. All right, so here we are back. Vegetables are almost finished. We're going to go ahead and start adding our other ingredients. What we have here is some light coconut milk, and some vegetable broth, some fresh thyme. I'm gonna put a little salt in. I also like to use this coconut water here as well. This can help with, you know, if it's a little thick, you can thin it out a little bit. I usually don't have a problem with that, and I just end up drinking it because it tastes good. All right, so let's get this up. See, it's starting to brown to the bottom of the pan a little bit. We'll deglaze it with the coconut milk and broth. Vegetables are starting to get soft, and the curry is kind of really toasted into the vegetables. Excuse me. All right, so I'm going to hit it off with just a little salt. All right, and now I'm going to hit it with some of the coconut milk. All right. All that creamy stuff up top in there. That's a lot of good flavor. Now I get some veggie broth here too. I'm going to add to that. I mean, you can use any kind of stock you like. You can use water. I just use the vegetable stock. I think it kind of adds a nice flavor without compromising my pescatarianness for my lovely wife. Okay. You see all that flavor starting to come off the bottom. Good. Mix that up, mix that up. All right, here, let's add that in. All right. Perfect. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Stir that around. Hot. Alright. Wonderful. Alright. Also, I'm going to add a little bit of fresh thyme. It's a nice touch to the curry. There we go. There we go, a little too much. I like a little flavor, not too much. Maybe a little too much. Sorry. Sorry, Mr. Time. All right, so once I've added that, then I'm going to add the fish back. You see all the juice that's coming out of fish too? After I let it sit, that's all the flavor. I'm going to put that back in there. Just let that bathe in there, okay? So now this, you're going to let this, I'm going to bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to let it simmer for about an hour, maybe 2, and it will start thickening up, okay? Oh. One more quick ingredient I like to add for sweetness. You can either use a plantain. Since I didn't have any and they don't have any at the store, I have a really nice ripe banana. So I'm just going to kind of break that apart and throw that in there. Just add some really good sweetness to the dish. Alright, without adding any artificial sugars or sweeteners. Alright, so there it is. We'll let this go now for, I don't know, about like an hour or 2. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to bring it down. I'll bring it down to a simmer now. And let that just go. And it will thicken up. All the flavors will meld together nicely and the fish will flake up throughout. And we will be back. Alright, so while I'm waiting for this to finish, I'm going to go ahead and make my coconut rice. So I start this by taking a nice hot pan. melting down some of this coconut oil. A little over a tablespoon. And melt that down. And yeah, if you like coconut, it smells amazing in here, which I do. Once that's melted down, so I'm going to take about a cup of rinsed rice, tablespoon of coconut oil, or a cup of rinsed rice. I like to use basmati. Throw it in there. What I'm going to do is just let that kind of coat the rice for a minute. Okay. It's looking good. You see it's starting to thicken up. Fish is starting to fall apart. It smells really, really good. Okay. So yeah, we let that toast up for just a minute. You don't have to brown it or anything. I just like to kind of let it coat it, toast it up. Then we're gonna go ahead and add. I have a cup and a half here of coconut water, and I get the coconut water with the pulp in it too. So I just throw that in. Give it one quick stir to get all that stuff off the sides. And we'll just we'll bring that to a boil. Yeah, rice you don't want to stir too much, because if you do, it turns into risotto. Which is good, but I want like nice fluffy rice. I don't want it to be creamy. Alright, so we'll bring that up to a boil. Once that comes up to a boil, we will cover it and cook it on simmer and for about 15 minutes. Okay? We'll check back shortly and see how we're doing. Alright, so it's almost finished. As you can see, rice looking nice and fluffy. Keep that covered for now. I just added some fresh cilantro. Mix that in. This needs probably about another 15 minutes and it will be finished. We'll just let those flavors from the cilantro cook in, and then we'll plate it up and we'll start to enjoy it. Alright? Alright, so here we go. We got everything ready here. Typically what I do to plate this up is I'm going to pour a little bit of rice here on the side. Then I take the curried coconut cod and I just kind of drizzle it right down the side here, like so. And there you go. You get the curried coconut cod with the coconut rice. Now all we have to do now is eat and enjoy. So let's try a little spoonful here. Oh, it's fantastic. Coconut flavor is really coming throughout with the rice. The rice is firm and tender. Firm and tender. Rice is, it's fluffy, a little firm, just the way I like it. You get all the flavors from the vegetables, swimming in that nice curry coconut flavor. Cilantro's coming through. You got the sweetness from the banana and the sweet potatoes, and the potatoes and the rest of the vegetables add a lot of flavor and texture. And look at this, a nice piece of this fish right here, super flaky. Just melts in your mouth. And there you are, coconut curry cod. Easy meal, easy to put together, tastes delicious. Overall, pretty good for you. And I guess that's it. And we'll see you next time. Keep liking my videos, and I'll keep on making them.
So listen, baby, it's important. So try me, try me, try me.
What's the name of the most beautiful girl you know?
Mom.
Mommy? Well, yeah, here's a little behind the scenes. Here's how I really eat mine. I get this going with a little sriracha. Ooh, extra spicy. The way I like it, baby. Kids and the wife don't do spicy.
One more thing I'd like to say right here. Try me.
Can't beat that. You can drink that stuff. Wash down a little San Pellegrino, and I'm good. I'm a happy man. All right, guys. See you next time.